friends, Peggy Hall back with you from the healthyamerican.org. It seems like nearly every day I get, I get letters in the mail and I have people asking me for help. And I want to talk to you about the best course of action to take if you are a legal immigrant, if you are endeavoring to get your green card or your citizenship the legal way, and you are going through the immigration service. Now, I want to share with you my videos because what I made just the other day is that when you go to the Healthy American Peggy Hall, be sure that you click on the videos link. And here I've got legal immigration help to avoid the jab. And then I've got many of my videos are also live. So if you click on the live tab, you'll get all of my videos in addition to the other videos. So I just want to make sure that you know where to find all this information. And I want to be a resource for you. I want to help you get through these stormy seas of life. And I want to read to you a letter that came in from a Healthy American. And she's asking me, what is the best course of action to take? I also do private consults for individuals that are also struggling with keeping their job, with going into nursing school, with being in college, and becoming a legal immigrant. So all of these areas are my area of expertise. I'm not an attorney, but I do have the education, the resources, the know-how, the experience, and the strategies to help you avoid any pitfalls, because heaven knows there are lots of slimy individuals out there that are trying to set a booby trap for you. And I want to make sure that you don't fall into that. So before we go any further, let's talk about what you should do if you are interested in securing your wealth, because I have a sponsor, my longtime sponsor, and I'm grateful for noblegoldinvestments.com. This is how I'm able to pay off my legal bills here. So the information is over at noblegoldinvestments.com. And basically, this is good information for anyone that has a bank account. Your savings could be at risk. The US banking system is once again under extreme stress, which jeopardizes you and your family. But there's an easy way to protect yourself, and that is gold. Contact Noble Gold Investments today and safeguard your family's financial future. And as a thank you for opening a qualified account, I want to show you, you can qualify for a 1/4 ounce gold coin. And let's take a look at it right here. So you want to go to noblegoldinvestments.com to claim your gold coin. Again, that is noblegoldinvestments.com. And I would recommend that you sign up for this free information and also just give them a call for expert advice, 877-646-5347. I've been telling you about Noble Gold. If you have not found out what they have to offer, now's your chance. Give them a call, and I'll have a link for you in the description box below. Friends, I am all about strategies and solutions and resources and remedies. And I want to read to you this letter that came in from a Healthy American. And she said, Dear Peggy, I am writing you because I am sure that you are the right person with the best advice. I'm applying for my green card, and the lawyer said that she has done many waivers, but not for the cocktails. And of course, that is my code word for the product that they want to inflict upon you. She says, I'm starting the paperwork now, but by October, I have to have the perfect information. Before cooties, I already knew that I would never take this shot, nor any other. And immigration requires me to have a physical and x-rays and also all of the cocktails. I definitively will not take that shot. If they force me, I lose everything. And in that case, I will just go back to my home country. I'm turning 67 years old, and I have never been sick but once in 30 years. I'm healthy as can be. And for the last 2 years, I've been working in construction, and I am not backing down. Please, Peggy, let me know the best course to take so I can let my lawyer know for her to be able to prepare for the best waiver ever. I hope to hear from you soon. God bless you for your hard work. And this is a Healthy American. And I applaud all of the immigrants that are doing things the legal way. I hear from so many of you that are concerned about the men of fighting age that are being escorted into this country. And before I answer the Healthy American inquiry, I just want to point out that this is another way of terrorizing you so that you live in fear, worrying that these men of military age are somehow going to take up arms against you in a civil war. Okay, I don't have any evidence for that. I call that fear-mongering. And shame on those freedom fighters that are stirring the pot and creating this doom and gloom. First of all, where were these men of fighting age trained? All right, all y'all that have been in the military, you know that you go through boot camp, you go through your basic training, and not everybody even makes it. They don't want to have people in the ranks that aren't going to be following the orders. And are they going to be doing this training in Spanish? I'm just asking, because we're being told that most of these new Americans are coming from Spanish-speaking countries. Now, I don't have a crystal ball, and neither do you, and neither do those fear-mongerers. And I am not going to stay up at night worrying about men of military age. First of all, what does that even mean? That are going to be turning against you in some kind of civil war. So I just wanted to make a point about that, because so many of you are sending me links and emails and stories about this. And all it is, in my view, is fear-mongering. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I'm not going to be worrying about it from now until then, because there's nothing absolutely that I personally can do about it. But I can personally help an individual like this that is doing immigration the proper way. And I mentioned earlier that I have a video which goes step by step by step. But there are some individuals who would like my help personally. And I got another email from an individual who, it was quite concerning to me, because he said he could not find information about what I have to offer for those that are doing their immigration legally. So it's right here on the website. If you go under religious exemptions, and then you can get my expert help, you can sign up for my own, along with my husband, Pastor David, one-on-one personal coaching. And again, if that's not something you want to invest in, you can simply go over to my YouTube channel. And here I have all of the videos for you, including step-by-step what to do for your religious exemption. In this case, not just at the workplace, but for immigration. Now, and here it is, legal immigration help. I want to make sure that I provide all of the resources that I have available, all of the knowledge and the expertise that I've developed over these last several years. Here's the main things that individuals need to know. First of all, many attorneys, it's been my experience from the many people that I've helped personally, these individuals have attorneys that are trying to tell them to just get the cocktail because it will be much easier, that they don't want to have their application be flagged because they want to have a waiver from the product being injected into them. In my view, that is very poor advice. That is advice coming from attorneys who either don't have the experience, because we've had several cases that have been resolved successfully. In fact, none that I know of have been turned down because of their pure blood status. So number one, if you have an attorney or you know someone that is going to be paying an attorney thousands and thousands of dollars just to have them fill out the paperwork, and then to tell them that you should just go along with the cocktail because otherwise it's going to be very difficult for you to get your green card or your citizenship, that is not accurate. All right. So I'm just standing on reality here. Number two, if the Immigration Service didn't allow for exemptions to the jab, they would not have that in the paperwork. There is a section that you fill out for your waiver, and there are all sorts of waivers. And I covered this in detail in a previous video, but I want to hit the highlights. There are three things that I want to point out. Number one, don't listen to an attorney who says it's too difficult, because it can be done. Why would you put yourself at risk to do that? Like our Healthy American said, she's willing to go back to her country and not go through all of this in order to keep her body pure, right? So don't listen to those attorneys that are telling you it's too difficult. Number two, it already is on the form, and you fill out the form and you give your statement as to your religious belief that poses an objection for you becoming a human pincushion. Many individuals find that it is a smoother path to have an objection to all of the cocktails and not just the one for cooties. Otherwise, the question becomes, well, why not just that one? And if you start to go down the road of, well, it hasn't been tested and there are a lot of side effects or other objections that people would offer, that is going now into the realm of no longer a religious exemption, but a medical reason, or really a scientific or political reason, a philosophical reason, a personal reason. And none of those are acknowledged by immigration. So it's in their paperwork. You have a right to object to becoming a human pincushion. And the next point I want to make is you need to make sure that you are expressing your objection specifically related to religious beliefs. Nothing related to, in my view, what is in the product, how it may or may not work, you know what I'm talking about, may not, and how it is against, the government does not have the authority to tell you what to do with your body. None of those are religious beliefs. So you need to stick strictly to your religious beliefs. And you also need to make a statement saying, this is not based on my philosophical, personal, or medical reason, that this is simply because God told me not to do so. Further, if you already have become a human pincushion with other cocktails, that does not negate your ability to say no to this one. Many people have come to their faith through a period of redemption, and they have repented of their past sins, and now they have turned over a new leaf. So your past behavior is not a reflection of what you believe now. Further, a belief cannot be proven because it's a belief. It's not a fact. It's a fact between you and your creator, and no man has the right to judge that. I've been teaching on this for years, and I will continue to do so because it absolutely is so infuriating, especially when legal immigrants are going through the paperwork and they are getting bamboozled, hoodwinked, and duped into doing this from their attorneys. It absolutely is despicable. And I do know some individuals that are doing this without attorneys. You don't have to have an attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice, but I am letting you know what my own personal experience has been. Finally, in the United States, the First Amendment to the Constitution protects your right to practice your religion and to not have the government impede or intrude upon your religious beliefs, practice, or observance. I practice and I worship. I practice my beliefs and I worship God by keeping my body pure, by breathing his breath of life, and I will not obstruct it. I will not interfere with that, period. And that is how God has directed this in my life, and I will not go against him. That's just a simple phrase that you could use as well. The fact that the government protects your right to your beliefs, in my view, is a statement that could also be expressed in your immigration status. So there you have the information, friends. My goal on this channel is to set aside the doom and gloom, to help you read between the lies. And I often do that by looking at some headlines so that we can pick apart what the evildoers are trying to inflict upon you and slosh all over you in terms of putting you in the spin cycle. So stand strong, dig deeper, don't take these things at face value. And for heaven's sakes, if people are emailing you all the doom and gloom and putting you in the spin cycle, delete, delete, delete. All right, friends, so great to have you on board. I really appreciate all of my healthy Americans. Big shout out to the moderators, and get on my free Substack. I have already done a detailed video with all of the how-tos related to your immigration status. So if this is for you or someone you know, that information is available to you absolutely free. If you would like to have my personal help where you get a phone call and I coach you through this step-by-step through your successful conclusion, that is available. Email my assistant, support@thehealthyamerican.org, and she can get you pointed in the right direction. As always, friends, I'm grateful to have you on board as we are marching this all the way to heaven.